everybody, it is me and I am live. Rambling hour with Lisa, putting on my trainers. Some of you guys call them running shoes, trainers, sneakers. Guess it depends where you live. So after I'm done my yoga, when I do my yoga barefoot, then I put on these, and I can't even get these shoes anymore. They're rockers. They rock, like they go up at the back and up at the front, so when you walk, you rock, and they're not really available anymore. They're Avia. Yeah, we ordered them from the States, and I had a few pairs, but I wear them out. These ones I don't wear outside the house really because well, they're a bit dirty because sometimes I go out in the garden just to grab something or do something, but I don't wear them like out anywhere because I can't get them anymore, so I only use them for working out, but I love them. Usually when I do my lives, I'm wearing my slippers, but the reason that I'm putting on my trainers is because when I was thinking about what the theme should be today, if we had a theme at all, it would be, hello Melody, if we were having a theme at all today, it would be maybe working out. So, let me get my hair elastic out of my hair. Yes, so I have some workout stuff. Oh, I also just thought, because the sun hasn't gone down yet, you can see a little bit of the garden behind me. So I'll probably shut the curtains if it goes dark while I'm doing this live, but once it actually stays light out and is above freezing outside, then I might even do the lives from outside. So I'm going to put my hair back because, let's get real, I don't know how people work with their hair down, but whether I'm working in the garden, whether I'm working, doing my workouts or anything, I cannot stand my hair being in the way. So I told you guys about Charlie Dimmick before. She's a gardener that, she's older now, but in her prime, she used to wear no bra and have her hair down, and she'd be working and doing everything, and the hair and the face, and I just can't handle that. So even if I was actually, like, depending on how windy it is outside and stuff, I might even put my hair into a bun or something like that. But for the sake of this show, let's just do it like this. So, do I look like I'm ready to work out? And Erin says she just finished her bike ride. So that is what we're talking about today to start, is working out. The shirt, Steve thinks it's pajamas, but I don't think it is. I can't see, I don't know where the writing is. Woo, can you see that? Oh, my hair's in the way. So I am all got my sports bra on and ready to look like I'm working out. I've actually already done my workout today. That's why my hair is wet, because I've had a shower. And I'm drinking cucumber lemon water. And I had a really good conversation with my friend Samantha yesterday about working out and getting on track and everything. She's lost 4 stone, which 1 stone is 14 pounds. So 4 is 28, it's 56 pounds that she's lost. So, yoga mat, weights, hand weights. This is a block for doing yoga. I have quite a few of them because sometimes you need more than one. This is a elastic strap, and there's different strengths of these. So you can use these for your legs when you're doing stretches, when you're doing yoga and stuff. But there's also lots of other things you can do to strengthen and stuff using these. And what hand weights I know you guys know from last week that I have a bit of an injury right here, but but as I moved up doing the shred, you use hand weights. So when they would get too light and it wasn't working enough, I would move up, and then I had green ones that were 3 kilograms, and then these are the ones I'm using now, which are 5 kilograms. Yeah, they don't really do pounds here. So those are the ones that, whilst I'm doing my workout, I'm doing this. So my punches, I'm doing it with this, but I still got to be careful because of this injury, but it is getting better. So that's the size that I'm on right now for my hand weights. And I just want to read Erin's comment, and then I'm going to bring on a guest. Funny, before you even showed the back, when you stood up and I seen the symbol, I knew that it was Wonder Woman. Yeah, because there is a symbol on the front somewhere, right? Where is it? Oh, it's at the bottom, right? I've never wore this before. Oh yeah, it's right there. I never wore this before, so, but you know, usually I wear, like, I'm wearing sweatpants, which is typical me out in the garden or working out, but usually I have a t-shirt on. But I do have a bunch of workout clothes, so I really need to, but the thing is like, okay, so cleaning, working out, and gardening all require clothes that are going to get sweaty and dirty. And if I was to go out anywhere, if we, had that type of life that we could go anywhere, then that would be different clothes. And I'm trying to think. Well, I change into nicer clothes for my lives, and then I change into pajamas for bed. But and I change my shoes and stuff for if I go out. But it's just about like having the workout clothes and then changing into clothes that I'm going to go in the garden with and stuff. And I'm really lazy that way, so I tend to wear the same things until they're too stained. But I do have a bunch of workout clothes, so I really should wear the workout clothes to work out in. Okay, so hi, Mommy, and I'm gonna bring on my guest because then I don't have to talk to myself. Right? Ready? And the funny thing is I didn't tell the guests that there was any theme today, although, no, I didn't really give it a hint in the, when I post about, like, join me, like, in an hour to watch, I usually put some kind of, hint in there, but I didn't do a workout hint. I just put a spring hint. But here is my guest. That was my chair cracking. As I was leaning forward, my chair cracked. So, welcome our guest. I'm going to scooch over closer to here so that... Yo, well, look at how you're all done up.
Well, it's a special Sunday. I get to be on a live, so...
Oh, you know what? Hang on a second. Say
What's
something?
wrong?
Oh, I thought my headphones were still on. I actually think my headphones are still on, but I hear you through my phone, so.
Oh, good.
So why are you dressed up like a lady today?
Well, because I was doing a live with you, so I thought I should look nice.
You do look very nice.
And I don't do it very often anymore. Even going to work or anything, like with COVID and everything, and you're wearing a mask half the time, why put on makeup? Like, no one's seeing you, and I haven't dyed my grays lately, so they're just coming through. So I thought, the one thing I can do for you is look nice.
Thank you. And you do it for you too, because it makes you feel good. That on Sundays when I dress up for this, it makes me feel good. And I get to wear clothes that I don't wear anywhere else. And I'm also getting rid of clothes because I have too many, right? So if I wear it for the live, I'll get rid of it. I won't get rid of this because it's a workout shirt. So I need to actually start using it.
And I chose a nice scarf with butterflies on for spring.
Oh, you know what butterflies mean?
No, what?
Transformation.
Oh.
So, spring is coming into bloom and caterpillars become butterflies. And we're talking about working out, so that's transformation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of a nice contrast because usually I doll myself up for my lives, and today I still got ready, but you know what I mean. I didn't. I look like I'm gonna work out instead of looking like I'm hosting a TV program.
Mom just texted me. I don't know why.
You can't see it though because you're on here.
Yeah.
So did you hear what I said about Samantha losing 4 stone?
That's incredible. Way to go, Samantha. I don't know if she's watching, but that's awesome.
No, but even if she's not watching now, she'll probably watch it later. I'd like to think.
I'm sure she will.
Yeah, so her and I were talking yesterday, and she's selling this, I think it's called Herbalife, like stuff. So I'm just going to do some shakes and like I usually try not to, like I wouldn't ever use fat blockers or diet pills or anything like that. I want to do it all natural. I'd rather be fat than put my heart at risk or do any of those things. But it's, it's time to start adding protein shakes and stuff. And then we were just talking about like how, me and Steve are in the same boat. I made her, she said to Steve that I made her touch me in places. Because I made her feel like this, and it's even stronger than the last time I made someone feel it.
Oh, that's
and,
awesome.
and my abs, and I don't think I have, no. You
Look
can't
at
see
that.
a 6
No,
pack.
you can tell the firmness. Way to go.
Yeah, but that's the thing is that I feel like I said this to Steve today. I feel like a world's strongest man, or maybe a woman. Like, you know how they have a lot of strength, but a lot of them can still be chunky.
Yes.
So that's how I feel like. I'm just gonna try what Samantha's doing. I'm gonna do the shake in the morning and and I think I need vitamins anyway, so supplements like that is okay. And so I'm just gonna do that kind of stuff and then do the meal plan that she's doing. Not that it's much different than mine because me and Steve already eat good portion sizes and pretty healthy. So that's why we're wondering why, the weight's not dropping. Steve's problem right now with his walks is that his heart rate doesn't get up high enough because he's too fit. So he either has to walk for longer or basically run to make a difference. So he's going to have to add stuff into his routine as well. So yeah, I'm going to see if if I follow what she's doing, if it makes any difference. I'm not really worried about the weight, but it's just why I don't know if it's because I'm older or what's happening, why I'm not. And again, as you know, and as Steve said and everything else, muscle weighs more than fat. So I'm going to be heavier than I would be if I was just smaller without being fit, like without being firm and fit. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. But I also know the number on the scale has no bearing. You should just stop weighing yourself. Base it on how you look, how your clothes feel.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing this week. I don't know about you, but the smaller I get, the more I notice the bloating during the women's monthly. So when I was overweight, your monthly comes, you don't even notice. But the smaller I get, the more I notice. So right now, and I don't look like huge or anything, but it's that time, so I'm a little bloated anyways.
No, Erin, they're not new. I've had them for probably 2-3 years now. I would think maybe they're new to you. Maybe you haven't seen them.
Do you wear contacts a lot, or have you wore glasses?
No, I haven't been wearing contacts. I just used up the ones that I had, and I haven't been back for contacts. I need to go back because my vision has changed again, so I do need to change my glasses or bite the bullet and actually get bifocals this time.
Well, actually, Steve's mom did this before our wedding, so like over 3 years ago, but Steve's dad went yesterday and had that surgery on his eyes where he doesn't need to wear glasses anymore and he has 20/20 vision again. And he's amazed at it.
Yeah.
And if you would have done, if you knew about it sooner or could have done it sooner, then he would have. Erin says your glasses are stunning.
Thank you.
But so are you. You look so, like, your hair and then the scarf, and you look just so professional and pretty today, like a lady.
Well, honestly, the hair is just, you get out of the shower and you throw in a ponytail and stick
Pile it.
Really, like that. It doesn't take much. But, I haven't did it this way for a while. This is usually my summer hairdo because then it's not on my back and it's not as hot. And so, but
well, like, because I work out in the garden so much, like, this is my summer hairdo, but then I usually hose myself down, and then this keeps me cooler because it's like wet and on my shoulders and stuff. But really, I mean, you can see that my flyaways are nice and smooth right now, but you've seen pictures of what I actually look like on a normal day. My hair is all frizzed out and I look like some crazy person who climbed out from under a cave or something.
Yes, that's me on the weekends, and all the flyaways happen to be the gray. So it's just all gray standing up like this.
Like, we're here.
Yeah.
Can't hide us. To be honest,
I looked in the mirror today and I went, whoa, because I had a ponytail in, but it wasn't all back anymore. All of it had moved front, and then all the grays stood up, and I was like, I fixed it right away. But
yeah, well, doing these lives is what gets me to do my roots. And I just think that, like, again, I don't mind getting older. I don't mind that I'm 42 and I'll be 43 this year. But I think, and I know this for some of our relatives who I think should dye their hair, but I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. But since they've grown their hair out with their white hair, it just ages them so much. I'm not talking about you, Mom. I like your white hair. It looks nice on you. But yeah, some people, they just, the contrast, and I just don't feel like I'm ready for that yet. Like it just ages me to a point. Like, I don't mind being in my 40s, but I feel like when you see the white, it makes me look like I'm even older than that. And I don't,
Yeah, I don't like the white either, but.
Sorry, I got my fake teeth in. Chompers. All right. So are we ready to work out or what?
Oh, I haven't been working out. I don't think I could. I think it would hurt.
It's getting dark outside. You think it would hurt? Oh yes, that's true. I don't know if you want to mention that or not.
I can mention it to the people who are watching. I haven't told too many people, but I have a large uterine fibroid that's growing in my uterus, and I don't even like looking in the mirror at this time because I look so large. And I try to tell myself, like, yes, I'm overweight, but I tell myself, a lot of it is the tumor, which isn't cancerous. But I mean, it's still a tumor and it's still growing. That's what a fibroid is. And so because it's in your uterus, you basically, you look pregnant, but I look like, remember that kind of in between stage where you just look really fat?
Yeah.
That's what I look like now. And Mom and I still do our walks around the lake, but by the time I leave here, one lap around the lake, I have to pee so bad.
Does it push on your bladder? Like
yeah,
a baby?
yeah.
And is
like
it heavy? Because I know that, sorry, it's a mass of tissue and muscle and stuff from what I read.
Yes.
Does it feel heavy, like heavier than carrying a baby?
No, I wouldn't say any heavier. I don't really know how much it weighs. The last time when I had an MRI, they measured it at 23 centimeters by 18. So if you think maybe the size of a cantaloupe.
Yeah, that's big.
That is big. And because of how large it is, it's not a laparoscopy, or I don't remember how to say it. It's not something that they can go in, unfortunately, and do a small incision. It's going to be quite a large incision. I haven't had any word yet on when the surgery will be. And for those who don't know, because it is so large and it's the whole size of my uterus, I have no choice but to have a full hysterectomy.
Which is probably okay because...
Yeah, I'm not having any more children or anything. So, but with COVID and all the surgeries being pushed back for, non-immediate life-threatening kind of thing, I don't know when my surgery will be. I went for blood tests again, and they thought my kidney function, my renal function was lessening. So I went for another test, but I must have just been dehydrated that day because my kidneys are still functioning properly. I'm in the normal range, but they need to keep an eye on my bladder and my kidneys. Those are the two things that they're concerned about. So again, I don't know when the surgery will be. I did find that I had a message on the phone to call about an appointment. They were very vague on it. I do have an upcoming appointment with the gyno, but she's just going to do a pap and what's called a uterine biopsy, whereas they just take a piece of your uterus so they can analyze cells and stuff. She says, there might be some bleeding and it is a bit painful. It's almost like, really bad menstrual cramps or something. That happens on the 20th.
When they go up and take a piece of your uterus, that will feel like menstrual cramps?
Yeah.
And they go up from down under? Just to get that?
I think so. She's not entirely sure if she can do either of them, depending on the placement of the fibroid. If she can even get into my uterus to take a piece, because that fibroid is the size of my uterus, she might not be able to gain access. So she'll know more when I go.
It might be the first thing she gets to, and your uterus is behind it.
What?
like if she's going up from under, down
Yeah.
under, and she might hit the tumor before, and your uterus might be hidden behind it, that you can't get to it.
Correct. Yeah.
Can you tell on your body? Can you feel where it is, or you can't tell where the tumor?
It's when I lay down, it's the same thing as being pregnant. I have a firm abdomen, right? You know, when you were pregnant and you press on it and it's firm, because the uterus is expanding. It's the same as almost having a pregnancy, except Thomas, who I named him, Thomas the tumor. Yeah, it's the same.
You
part.
realize that's my stepson's name,
I
right?
Yeah, I realize it now that I said it, but I just wanted something to match with tumor. But
do you know what though? Is the funny thing is that was my next question. If you had named it, I would have named it too. But go on.
now, originally my gyno consulted with oncology, which are cancer specialists, and they do agree that they believe that it is non-cancerous, but they did find that it's such a interesting problem, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, that there's a team of gyno oncologists at the Cross Cancer, and they're the ones who want to do my surgery. So I will, when I do have surgery, I will be going to the Cross Cancer Institute.
So they're using you as a guinea pig, and you don't mind. That's what you're saying.
I don't mind. I'd rather have a team
I wouldn't mind
gynos
either.
there, ready to, if in case there's any complications. I'd rather have a team there.
No, but
And if
yes,
they
but
can
I
learn
also,
from it, the
exactly.
silly woman who let it grow so large, and anyone who's watching, I could have avoided all of this by going for my yearly PAPs. I hadn't went for 12 years. I haven't been, or no, I shouldn't say that. I haven't been since my ectopic pregnancy, which was probably 9 years. So it is 100% my fault. Most women will have fibroids in their childbearing years, but a lot of times, they find them early, and they tend to shrink after your 46th, 47th year. They start to shrink.
Yeah, that's what I read, is that they, like, and most women will have them. They don't ever get to a size that causes problems. And like you said, after like menopause and like your later years, they shrink some to the point that they are completely gone, that they can't. But yeah, it's only when they get to a certain size, or if they're causing pain or complications, that they're worried. I read up on them because of you having this.
Yes.
But a few things. Tina, and then Erin said she was thinking that too. Tina said that she told you that you can save on lady products once you have a hysterectomy, and that's true.
That is true.
Yeah. That's the only thing I'm looking forward to with menopause, is like, yes.
But then there's a whole other set of things when menopause comes too.
Oh, there's negatives. I'm saying the only positive I'm looking forward to.
Oh yeah, no, I agree too. About a year ago, I went on birth control. I went on Apodepo-Provera, which is a injection I get every 3 months. And a lot of times it's prescribed for people who have very major pain for menstrual cycle and a lot of bleeding. So I think right now that's my saving grace right now, because it would be a lot more painful from what I understand, have I not had those injections.
Right.
My last menstrual cycle was like it's painful. I mean, your uterus is trying to contract against a mass.
Oh, so you're saying, because as well, most people don't know, but in our family, we've been not only blessed with the curse, but we've also inherited painful menstrual cramps. Anyways, I think you might have said that you have them bad, but you not as bad as I get them, or do you get them as bad as me?
I don't, not anymore. They're not as bad as what they used to be, but with this, it has its moments where it's quite painful.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
And especially the lower back. Like sometimes I need to sit with a hot water bottle because feels like someone's punched my spine.
Oh yes, that's not good. Not good. Now, whilst you're waiting for surgery, because also my friend Kathy also said she said she was sending you. Hang on, Kathy says, hope you get a date soon. Sending love and healing. Kathy lives in Ontario.
Thank you, Kathy.
So yes, and and Aaron said something too. Sorry, and then
yeah, I'm not reading the comments today. I thought I'd just focus on.
Yeah, that's okay. Thinking everything will go smoothly and successful. Okay, so what I was going to say is, because your surgery is being pushed back because of the pandemic and everything, is there any, besides it getting larger and pushing on to your bladder, and you need to feel like you need to pee and that kind of stuff, kind of like carrying a baby, is there anything else that it could do, or anything that could develop in the meantime while you're waiting? Like, is there any risks to having you wait longer for your surgery?
But besides the kidney, if it tends to grow there, and if, from what my my general physician was telling me, like my doctor, he was saying if it compresses the tube to your kidneys, then they have to go in through your pelvis and insert a tube so it functions. I don't know. He was just telling me, and I was like, yeah, I don't want that. So I'm happy that my renal function is still good. So, just keeping an eye on that. I'm not in any pain, but it's, it has its moments. Sometimes just running down the stairs, it just feels heavy and awkward, and a lot of my clothes aren't fitting anymore because it's
it's basically like being pregnant without the
it is
good part of having a soul attached to it.
Correct. Yeah,
it's still a mass.
Yeah.
Timmy the tumor.
Well, we can call him Timmy too, but then
no, you can call him Thomas if you want. It's up to you, but because Thomas goes by Tom anyways, so.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I don't know if he'll feel complimented or insulted.
Well, just don't tell him.
Pardon?
Just don't tell him.
Yeah.
We can call him Fred the fibroid.
Fred.
Better than saying tumor. Tumor just, if I say that, people are like, "Oh my God, you got a tumor." Well,
yeah, that's true.
Okay, it's a fibroid, but a fibroid is a tumor. It's a type of tumor, but it's what is
non-cancerous?
Benign, right? Benign is non-cancerous.
Benign, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
right.
I'm hoping it just starts shrinking. Trying to send all my energy into my uterus. Just shrink, man. I don't. If I have to have surgery, I have to have surgery. I've had surgeries before. But as you get older, you don't want, like, I really don't want surgery, like, you start getting worried, like, what if this happens? What if, you're always, thinking of the what if.
Well, I mean, in fairness, you felt the same way about if you had to have a C-section 12 years ago when you had Brock, and then you did end up having to have a C-section. So I don't think it's just age that makes you a worrier with surgery. I mean, there's always a risk to surgery, even, and as we both know, people will joke and say that C-sections is the easy way out, and like, you just signed up for the easy way, and because I had 3 of them, right? And I'm like, listen, they're not the easy way out, and I'm glad I didn't have to go through labor and have to go through all those pains. But for a lot of people, unless you tear or anything, once the baby is out and the placenta's out, you can kind of go back to normal, right? As you know, when you have a C-section, that's major stomach surgery. You have all the healing to do and everything else.
Yeah.
And so it's not an easy way out at all.
And holding your guts in when you cough so you don't blow your stitches.
Oh yeah. Oh no, but when people, coughing or laughing, when people come in right after you've had surgery and you're finally awake and you have that pillow there, and then they're making you laugh, and you're like, oh, don't, you don't realize what muscles
blow my
you
stitches.
Use.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't realize what muscles you use until they've been cut and they're healing. Wormwood. Kathy says wormwood shrinks tumors.
I'm not sure what wormwood is.
It's a plant, but she's probably talking about like you can get it in probably in either powder or capsule form, like at a health food store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to go and get worms or something. And
No, I figured it was a plant.
so, and then obviously with the healing and stuff too, and trying to put your energy there to shrink it. As I know quite a few healers and that type of stuff, energy workers and stuff. So I'll put it in the Feathers Healing group and see what we can do with shrinking it in the meantime until you have to go to have surgery if that is what happens. Oh, liquid. She says it comes in liquid.
No, okay.
So, yes.
Other than that, I'm very anemic, so I'm back on iron, where, you know, a person's iron can be anywhere from like 20 to 200. I'm at a 14. So,
What?
yeah,
Wow.
so I'm just, you know, kind of tired, pasty white skin, obviously, shit like that, right? Just tired late, you know, where I thought I was just getting really lazy or depressed because I didn't really want to do anything. And then now I've started the iron again, and every day I'm doing a little bit more, and I'm like, oh wow, okay, so maybe I wasn't, you know, maybe it wasn't just depression why I didn't want to get off the couch most days, right?
Yeah,
It
no,
was
totally.
low iron.
Totally.
But I mean, just with everything going on, I can see that, you know, obviously there's probably a bit of depression there too, right? You know, you can't go see anyone. I haven't really talked to anyone.
Yes, but it all goes together as well, though, because even on my down days, when, like you said, when you are lacking something, or like say if I oversleep, I feel really exhausted. Like, you know, when you don't get enough sleep, you're tired. But if I sleep too much, I get really tired too. So, and then when you're tired or when you feel like lethargic, then you do feel depressed because you don't feel like doing anything. And then, so then it can go, but it can go the other way too. When you're depressed, then you feel like, so it could be, yeah, like, and I can see how, unless you know yourself really well and you know how each day goes, it is hard to, and it's like putting on weight. Sometimes you go down so slowly you don't even realize until you're down, like, oh wow, what is this? But I can yeah, definitely say that. And that's what I was saying about me too, because even though I've been working out for so long, I've said this before too, is that my energy levels have not increased. And but I know when I worked at Booster Juice in the past. So when at Booster Juice, for those of you who don't know, it's a fruit and smoothie bar, fruit juice and smoothie bar. No, fruit and veggie smoothie, whatever. Fruits and vegetable
and
drink.
Grass.
Yeah, anyways, it's smoothies and fruit juices and stuff and veggie juices. And but why it's called Booster Juice is because, I just explained this to Samantha too. So you get your smoothies, but we would have this board that had all different boosters on it. So you'd have like echinacea if you were feeling under the weather. You would have bee pollen. I think that was for energy, unless you're allergic to bees, that would kill you. And there was all these different, it was basically like vitamins and nutrients that you might be missing. And you can get, it was in powder form, and we would just add it before we blended the smoothie. If you made too much, after you poured the smoothie, if there was any left, you could just drink it, the workers. So I would always have my little glass and I would drink the leftovers. And I was like, seriously, I was like buzzing from working there. Like, this stuff is real. It really works. The only thing is that they're really expensive. So drinking one every day would be, besides the fact that I got one free with my shift. But, you know, it was, you know, like $5 or £5 a day for a drink is ridiculous. Right. Yes, I'm talking to Starbucks and Tim Hortons people too.
But, you know, I noticed a huge difference when I was having just one smoothie a day that I would make at home. Right? Yeah. And at that time, because I was working out, obviously it did have protein powder in, but it was just the, you know, a lot of it would be the same thing. Like you would have spinach in there, you would have kale, you would have parsley, you would have an apple, you might have a pear, you might have a half a cucumber, and what else would go, you know, all that, and blend it up. And if you were to put everything on a plate, that's a lot. you know, for you to sit and eat. But when you're drinking it in a smoothie, you know, you're getting all those nutrients. It makes a huge difference. One smoothie a day, just packed with, and I have so many smoothie recipes because of the Betty Rocker, and then just Pinterest. And
Yeah,
I'd
tell
like to
people
get
what
back
Betty
into that
Rocker is.
because that's super healthy. And not only that, I would have it at work on my first break, so 10 o'clock. And that's normally when I, you know, need a bit of a snack. But I would have that smoothie, and because it had the protein powder in as well, sometimes it did, sometimes it, you know, it didn't. You know, you can use chia seeds, you can use oh, what is the other one? It is another seed.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't think of it. I'm out right now.
I'll tell you in a second, but it's little as well, and you need to blend it because if you eat it without breaking it, it just goes through you. So you have to grind it or blend it to use it. It is.
Yeah, hemp Aaron is another good one. Hemp is good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
can't
think of it.
of
It'll
right
come to
now.
us. But go
The
on.
other thing, before I forget again, the other thing, there is you have to ask for it. There's an intricate test, and I don't remember what it's called. You would just have to look it up. It's an intricate test that you can get from some nutritionalists, and what it is they look at, I'm going to say your blood, I would think. They look at labs and they determine exactly what you're lacking in nutrients, you know. But you have to ask for it. It's not, you know, something that they do for a lot of people. But then, you know, maybe you are missing one type of vitamin or one type of mineral, and that is why you haven't felt an energy increase, right? And the thing is, like, I know you said multivitamins are good. Multivitamins are good, but if you're eating everything you're already supposed to, you're already getting certain vitamins to where your levels should be. Now you add a multivitamin, which has all the vitamins again, you're increasing that to an amount that you probably shouldn't be having. And that can be hard on your system as well. So if you can determine exactly what your body is lacking, then, you know, you can do it right there. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, wow. That's interesting, Tina. Yes, also, is it flax?
No.
Flax
No,
seed?
it's not flax, though I do have.
I know, I didn't think so. I have it in the kitchen
No,
because
you know what? No, it was hemp seeds. Never
Was
mind.
it?
It was hemp seeds. That's what it was. That's what I'm out of. I usually have them in a big jar. I buy them in bulk. Hemp seeds are loaded with protein too, so you just add that into your smoothies if you don't want to use the protein powder all the time because it can get very expensive.
Yes. So, and what you'll have to explain to people what Betty Rocker is.
Oh, well, I mean,
they can look it up, but
you can look it up. That's just my personal, you know, sometimes you see advertisements for fitness instructors, and she is just someone that I seen and went, hey, that's my fit. That's this lady knows what she's talking about. She's certified, she's accredited, and she's generally, her heart's good. Like, she might not be right for everyone, but she was right for me. And so, you know, I did a lot of, and she has a free 30-day workout. I haven't been following her very much anymore, just because there's not much, you know, besides the walking and stuff. I don't want to, and I forgot to ask my doctor, I don't want to damage myself by doing high intensity workouts. I don't, right? Like,
in what way though? Because that is part of what I do.
Making that fibroid flop around. I'm
always
scared that you know, it might.
Right now. You meant right now. Well,
and I look.
And now, obviously, after surgery, you would have to heal as well.
Yeah, I have to heal, but I do miss it, and I miss having that energy to want to work out.
Yeah, when do I get that?
I've been telling myself, you know what? I should start doing my yoga practice every day again. Haven't started.
I understand that. I mean, that's why
But
I'm
I
100
also have
days.
a big fibroid in the way that makes it hard to do some bends and stuff. So,
Yeah. I mean,
but
I'm 100 days behind Steve. 100 days is a lot, you know. It's of him going and doing his thing and me saying, yeah, I will, I'll do it as well. And you know, tomorrow. But once you get on there now, because we're both competitive, we won't
oh,
miss a day.
I like your
But
foam roller.
oh no, it's a new yoga mat that I haven't
Oh, I thought it
unrolled
was
yet.
a foam roller. I have a tiger tail.
Oh no, I do have like you mean like yeah, a bolster for behind your shoulders, or yeah, I wish I could find one like really I should just
Yeah, no, you can
like
get foam rollers like
I have
but I
this
have
one.
oh, there you go. I
Yeah.
I have what's called a tiger tail, which
What
is
does that
about
mean?
the same size you're showing. 1 second. Okay, I lied. I don't think it's called a tiger tail. It's called the big one foam roller, but it's oh yeah, it is tiger tail.
Oh good, it's out of the package and everything.
No, I just leave it in here after I use it,
Oh okay, yeah.
which
Okay.
hasn't
I
been
do
for a
believe you.
while, but that and yes, I do have a fitness ball. I do have my weights are actually on the hearth just beside me here in the living room because that's where I used to like to work out. So I'm
No
just
wrong. Oh, I was like
oh, can you yeah, right there.
no.
And then my yoga mat is actually I have a few. I have one in my room and then I have a yoga mat in behind here because I used to love working out in my little living room here because I used my ottoman for doing box jumps.
Oh yeah. I don't know
Hoping
what
I
that
never
is.
slip and kill myself, but
I don't know what's a box jump.
well, where you start on the floor and you jump to an elevated surface. My ottoman is just about the right height.
Oh yeah, see stuff like that. I have to be really careful. I can actually do jumping jacks now, which is really a real accomplishment because even jumping jacks, and it always made me mad on Jillian Michaels' shred when she says, "I have 400-pound people doing jumping jacks, so you can too." And because of my arthritis in my knees, I was like, no, I can't because of the impact.
Right.
They get swollen and the pain.
Well, then you can do step ups. Then the same thing. You use that same distance, and you just
and just step up and yeah.
step
So
up,
yeah, no,
next leg, stand up straight, step down. That's more a lower impact than the actual.
and I do have a step as well. I have two steps, but one of them is the big one like that they had at the gym at Spa Lady. I like that one, so I have that and it has the things on the bottom where you can increase or decrease the height. But I don't use that. And even when I did the sprint circuit at the gym, I used to only run up and down the step. I never did all the fancy stuff that other people were doing. But I want to do that as well. The thing is that like how you said about the motivation to do your workout. I force myself every day whether I want to or not to do my workout, and that in itself is fine. But I want to change things. I want to try new things, but at the same time, it's kind of like part of my routine where it's like, Lisa, just get it done. Just make sure you do it, because if I start doing other things, I don't know. I need to add it in. I know that, but I don't want to accidentally sabotage myself and be like, oh, I didn't do enough, or change it. And then, so when I'm doing the 30-day shred, I know it's 30 days. I know what I have to do every day.
Change is good though.
Yeah, I know.
Do the same thing over and over and over.
Doesn't do anything.
No,
I mean, you get to a plateau.
You do need to change it up. You do need to try something a little different sometimes.
Yeah, well, I'm getting out in the garden more now, except these past days that are freezing. But
try Betty Rocker free 30-day challenge or whatever.
I know, like, I mean, I have other DVDs I could try. There's so many things online that I could try. It's just a matter of, especially because I'm somebody without very good coordination, that once you have a routine down, it's hard to like want to switch something, because then you're like, it's like starting a new job when you want to know how to do everything right away, but you have to wait until that, so it's just that too. But yes, the kids are on like their break right now, so they're home for another week still. But after that, I might start trying different things.
I think you're doing a great job. You can just stick with it. It's good.
Erin says her favorite way to work out is deep water aerobics. Less impact and you really can push yourself. Listen, I will start doing those as soon as we have the pool built in the back garden.
Are you building a pool?
Oh, okay. So listen, I said that to Steve. I said, I can't remember what we were talking about, and I said, oh well, I do want the fish pond dug out this year. Like that's what I want. I can't remember what he was saying about something. I said I'm not really bothered about that, but one of my projects I want to do for sure is dig out the fish pond. And he was like, I thought we were having a pool there, and I was like, ah. Of course, I would love a pool, but are you joking or are you getting my hopes up? But his sister, because she has a problem with her shoulder and she just had shoulder surgery, but she got one of those. I don't know what they're called, like Olympic pools, like the ones that are pretty small, but they have the thing that pushes the current against you, so you can swim into it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is the perfect size because you can work out like that, but also even if you don't have that on, it's just the right size that it's deep enough. You know, I mean, I'm happy with the pool we have in the summertime out front. That's only a few feet deep, let alone one that's like that. But I've also, as you know, I've always wanted to have a natural, like a natural swimming pond. So it's half pool, half pond, but it's filtered by.
When we lived in Highland.
What?
Remember when we lived in Highland? We
that was awesome.
The
big
Japanese
bowl.
rock pond.
Yeah, it was a big bowl.
Yeah, but it was deep enough.
Yeah.
You couldn't really swim. I mean, you could push yourself from one end to the other, but it was still pretty cool once we cleaned it out and got in there.
Exactly. Wow. So I've kind of always had something to swim. But so anyways, what happened? Okay, so I'm in this group on Facebook called UK Wildlife Ponds and Puddles or something. I mentioned it before. Anyways, a couple days ago, this lady posted it and said, just wanted to share with you, a few years ago, they were looking into getting a natural swimming pond, but getting someone in to build it was way too expensive. So they decided to tackle it themselves. And she added a few pictures and it was gorgeous. But then she said, if you want to see more, you can follow me on Instagram. And we have all like the whole steps, like all of them doing it. And so I started it, and it's is it John's Swimming Pond? I don't know. I'll look it up before we get off of here to let you know what it is in case anyone wants to follow it. But I started watching, scrolled all the way down to the beginning when they just were grass and dirt and started digging. And I was watching their videos. Not only is it amazing, the steps and everything else, but they're just hilarious. I love them. They're just funny people, good people that I just really enjoy the videos and stuff. So I started following them, and then I commented on a few pictures, and then she commented back, and I was like, you guys are just great. So I'm enjoying watching their videos. It's entertaining as well. Anyways, so theirs is huge, and they obviously, maybe they said that it was too expensive to get someone in to build it. And the guy, John, her husband, he did, and I'm not saying she didn't do anything, but he did so much of the work himself. And yeah. I'm like, yes, I would do all that work, but I am not, I need a foreman. Like I've always been the helper for projects, you know, with Dad and everybody else, and I'm very hands-on, and I can do lots of those things. I've obviously built streams and ponds and stuff like that too, but like the carpentry part of it and everything else, I've never been the foreman myself. I've never had a project that it was mine like that. So, but I'm totally willing to do the work. And as you know, over back yonder, it is quite a big fish pond, what we're digging out. So yes, it is going to be something that, whether it's a big deep fish pond or it's a swimming pond or it's a swimming pool, it is going to be something that I'm going to throw myself into literally when it has water in it. So, and the thing is though, that what we've talked about too is that it's small enough that we could put like what you call like a polytunnel, so people grow food in them. It's like you have like a structure, like a tent structure, but you have like clear plastic over it. So it's kind of like a greenhouse, but made out of plastic.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is we could just build a dome over it to keep the heat in and make it more like energy efficient. We could even heat it with solar panels. We could whatever. The only like because it's under a tree, so it doesn't get a lot of sun in that corner. But
Do
yes.
you know
So,
who's lucky?
who's lucky?
No. Oh, our
Tina.
sister Tina.
I know.
Nice to have a neighbor with an indoor swimming pool.
Yes, I'm reading comments, but you tell people what you're talking about. But yes, it is.
Yeah, and Mom went. I seen a picture. I think it was Easter. There, Mom went for a little swim at Tina's neighbors too.
Oopsie.
And to water their house and stuff, so they got to use it when no one was there, you know, because of COVID and everything. That's pretty cool. I would love a neighbor with a swimming pool.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I'd love to have a swimming pool, but a neighbor would be second best, and a neighbor I got along with.
Well, yeah.
Get a pair of water gloves and pool noodle that is meant for the aerobics, not just the cheap one. The water gloves are webbed between the fingers and help increase the resistance with the water.
I don't know what you did, but now the words you're saying and your lips moving don't match.
That's just lagging from the internet.
Oh, it's good now.
Okay, yeah, it's just lagging from the internet probably. So Erin said that about the white gloves, and Kathy said aquaponics. And also Erin said, oopsie, sorry. Erin said about hopefully they can find a house in Kelowna that has a pool under 1 million.
If I did that, what would you see? Let's see. Oh, not much. You can't even see all the snow outside we got yesterday.
No, but you know what's funny is Steve's auntie who lives in Manchester added a photo, and it was very similar to the ones from you guys there with the snow. So we got a little bit of snow here, but kind of like how it melted it when it hit the ground. But in Manchester, there was enough to make white photos as well. They said it was an Arctic vortex that came in for the last week or so. So and as far as overnight below zero temperatures, tonight should be our last night, and then I can take all the plants back out of the greenhouse that I had taken out before, and then now I have to re-shove in there.
Yeah.
I actually had to do that today, go in there and water them because they get dry in there not being outside.
Later this week, it looks like our overnights will be remaining like about 2 above, 3 above. But I mean, this is Alberta. That can change in 2 seconds, right? Mom and I went for a walk yesterday morning. It was 8 degrees out, which doesn't sound very warm, but we sat on a bench for a while where the sun was on us, and it was just so nice. The heat, there was no snow. We're watching the geese and the birds and the ducks, and it was just a beautiful day. I said, well, we better get our walk in this morning because this afternoon is supposed to turn nasty. Well, sure enough, you know, now all our snow was gone. Now we have snow everywhere. It snowed, you know, most of the evening. And we were so happy that all the snow was gone. But this week will be above, even today, it's supposed to be 5 degrees. And then we just, it starts going up till this upcoming weekend, I think on Saturday, we're supposed to hit 18. So
yeah, you guys are having weather very, very similar to us then as well, because yeah, this week I'm just happy that it'll be back up to, like you said, like even 11 or in the teens this week, maybe during the day at its hottest point, but overnight, as long as it's above zero, I'm okay.
Erin, are you still watching?
Yeah.
What have you guys done in Kelowna? When are you moving back to GP or to Wembley?
Well, obviously, if she's looking for a house with a pool in Kelowna, then she's never coming back.
Oh, I didn't read that. I thought she said you should look for one under a
No, me? No, whatever the house in Kelowna helped me for. I can't even, like, especially right now, we can't travel or anything. But and as some people know, like moving all your crap, like I don't want to move anymore. And I have that fear when I see shipping containers and I see the shipping containers falling off of the things in the ocean, and oh my gosh, it just gives me anxiety. I was like, why did I ship all my stuff in one container? What if something happened? I should have did it in half containers or something, but luckily nothing happened. But
It was all good.
I know it's a hoarder's anxiety, losing my stuff. So I was going to, let me think about this. Snow, working out.
I bought a bunch of herbs.
Sorry?
I bought a bunch of herbs. I went to Home Depot a couple days ago because I needed Pine Sol or something, and I just wanted to use, I have a gift card for Home Depot. And then when I was walking back, they had all these herbs out. I'm like, no way. I'm like, cilantro, chive, like onion chives and rosemary and triple curly parsley. What else?
So what you're saying is like windowsill herbs, like you're going to grow them in the kitchen for now until summer?
Yeah, I'm not going to put them outside. I'm just going to keep them. They're on my kitchen table facing the big window. Yeah. So every day, like even this, and basil. So those are the ones I bought. They had an oregano plant too, but I don't use oregano in a lot, so I decided to leave that there. But
and so for the English people, that is oregano, basil, and the cilantro is coriander here.
Yeah, coriander. So, but this morning, I had an omelet, so I made it with Roma tomatoes, and I know that basil goes good with tomatoes, and then I cut up, and I'm like, oh, well, a little parsley would be fine too, so I put a little parsley, and then I'm like, oh, you gotta have chives. So I just love, last year I tried to grow them, and I tried to grow them from seed, and I ended up killing them all. So now I got established plants, so I just go and take snips every day.
And your chives are really hard to kill. You can grow chives in Canadian winters outside, but I would keep them contained.
Yeah, it was quite long, and they were kind of laying down, and so I trimmed them and watered them. They're standing up. My plants are happy plants. Hi,
Happy plants.
Erica.
Hi, Auntie. Night night, Erica. Night night.
My little lion.
Yeah, lion, her mane.
Always reminds me of a lion's mane, yeah.
Because she's got so much of it. Yes, that's exciting. Herbs and anything. That's what I look at these pictures of these crazy houses with all these house plants everywhere and stuff, and I am not as good with house plants. But I think if I lived somewhere where I couldn't have a long gardening season like this, I would be like, my house would look like a jungle.
I am trying to water all my plants. I'm trying. The last thing I was my aloe vera.
Yes, but the problem with me with houseplants, sometimes I think that most of the time I kill them because I overwater them.
No.
Because plants can go a long time without water.
Very good. I don't think they like where I put them.
What's that?
What?
What doesn't like where you put them? What kind of plant?
African violets.
Right.
I put them on my bookshelf, but they're still doing good, but not as good. But the thing is, all my plants like my kitchen table, and I can't have all of them on my kitchen table all the time.
That looks healthy and fine.
Oh, there's just a bunch of dry ones.
Yeah, there's a few dry ones, but there's lots of good
why? Because maybe I forgot to water it. I'm touching it right now. It's a little crispy.
Yeah.
So
I know that's a problem right now too. Wait, sorry?
I know what I'm doing after the live.
That's a problem too right now with cold days, is for you guys the furnace, for us the radiators, like the heat, the dry heat for our house plants. Especially because here lots of the radiators are right by the windows. So I want the plants by the window, but you're not supposed to have them near the radiator. But then if your windows leak, you have the cold air coming in through the window and the hot air coming up from the radiator. And if you move them too far back, then you're not getting the light from the window. And it's just, I'm finding the right places for the right plants. And not only with my outside garden, but inside too. I don't want to buy any more plants. I want to try and establish the ones I have and find, and take care of them. And if some die, which they do, then I'm not replacing them. I just want to nurture the ones that I have and really focus on them. So I'm doing that in the garden as well. Because it's one thing to have a billion plants that are little and doing okay, but wouldn't you rather have like 20 that are just thriving?
Yeah.
So I don't know. There was something else I was going to say. So we talked about working out. We talked about surgeries and lady things. And I don't remember what else we talked about. Eye surgery, because we were talking about glasses and stuff.
Right.
And yes. So, I want to try something. So tell me if, because I accidentally went off of this before, but I want to see if this minimizes. I froze.
Yeah, but you're back now.
Right. Okay, that's what I was checking, because I went off of it, but I wanted to see if it actually cut off or if it. So if I froze, okay. So if I'm frozen, just talk to people for a minute. Hopefully they can hear you. I'm just gonna check what the name of that thing is on Instagram, so that to tell people if they want to follow about the natural swimming pond.
Okay.
Okay, 1 second.
It's enough it's melted all the snow off the streets.
Okay, so it's John, but Jon. John's Natural Swimming Pool Journey, or John's Natural Swimming Pond Journey. One of those things.
Sorry, Erin, I was just asking what the temperature is today in Kelowna. Sorry, I'm scrolling now to read comments.
That's okay. I said what I needed to say too, and I'll put the link in. I'll put it in a comment at the bottom as well.
Oh, and earlier, Erin, when you were talking to Jason, I was just wondering when his job is done there, when you might be moving back to Wembley.
Isn't it funny when you ask a question and then you just stop and you're like waiting for the answer?
Yeah.
And then it's silence.
Yeah. So I need to book my COVID needle.
Are you able to now? You're in that age bracket?
I don't know. They keep changing things every day. Our variants are increasing at a rapid rate. And so we've gone back to phase 1.
But the vaccinations do they believe that they are good for all the variants so far?
Yes. So, and I believe right now they're taking 18 and up with underlying health conditions. When I first went to book, it said that my health conditions weren't severe enough.
Including
but
your
I'm
asthma?
I'm just gonna go talk to them, because with the upcoming surgery and stuff, and you never know. You know, I could just tell them, you know, there's always a chance it could be cancer, right?
And asthma.
Yeah, the asthma's, you know, in their eyes, it's not as severe. It's controlled, right? Like I've had no hospital visits in the last year. That's what they're basing it on. High blood pressure, you know, have you had cardiac episodes? Have you been to the hospital? You know, like just very severe cases they're doing right now. But I'm just going to try again and say, you know, what's the combination of those and, you know, upcoming surgery, you know, I should be able to book.
Yes, it will be good when you get it. So,
oh, I didn't know that, Erin. Wow.
They probably didn't either. They just probably decided it. You never know where life's going to take you. Oh, really? Tina said weight is also, my neighbor is overweight and they booked her.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that one. I know. I don't think Kathy meant on the weight.
No, I know.
It's just the time. This came after Tina's comment, so that's hilarious.
Yeah, I know Kathy didn't mean it that way.
I would though. Yeah, you're
It's 10
fat. You'll
degrees in
qualify.
Kelowna, BC. Sun is what? Shining, and it's beautiful. Well, the sun is glistening off the frickin' snow here.
Yeah, well, it is black outside here.
Yeah.
And with that, we have been rambling for over an hour. And the fun thing is that besides if I do a theme, I don't want it to be, I don't mind doing a little bit of a theme in the background and stuff like that, but it's the rambling hour, so I like it to be, Kathy, don't be sorry. We know it that way, but also
yeah,
it was
we
funny.
were just bugging. We know it wasn't.
Even if you had said it that way, we would have laughed because that's the way we are.
All good.
So yes, I'm glad that we got onto the topics that we talked about. And I think one thing I want to re-emphasize at the end of this is go for your pap smears, ladies.
Yes.
And men, go for your prostate exams. Like, don't be afraid and don't put it off and don't be lazy. Go get your smears. I think for my age group, I'm supposed to go every 3 years. I don't think I have to go every year.
I think it's every year.
What is it that I have to? Oh, a mammogram every 3 years, right?
I do a mammogram.
Right.
Well, I mean, I do a I'm back to every year. There was a couple of years I had to go every 6 months because they had found something, so they were keeping an eye on it. But it turned out to be nothing.
Oh, also, I want to ask you a question. This is personal to our family, but it might be important to other people's families as well if there is aneurysms in their family. But because Dad died of, well, I mean, it was complications because of the aneurysms. I know he had surgery on the aneurysms, but because he had the aneurysms in his stomach, and then they said that because he had them, that we might be more prone to them. What is it then that we should get tested? What is it that they do? How do we get tested for aneurysms? How do they know if you have any in your body, in any of your veins or anything? What, or like, have you got tested yet? I know that Mom said that we're supposed to go get tested, but and obviously right now, I mean, I don't mind going to the doctor and stuff, but right now with COVID and stuff, it just doesn't seem like the most important thing for me to go to the doctor
Kathy,
for.
But what are you getting treatment for? Sorry.
I already knew this, but I didn't bring it up because it wasn't my business.
Well, it's up to you, Kathy. You don't have to tell me, but yeah.
She's put it on Facebook now. She has told other people.
Like I said, I could have avoided this upcoming surgery had I just went for my yearly PAPs. They would have caught it a long time ago, and that's what the PAPs are designed for. No, I'm so sorry, Kathy, but I'm sure you're a rock star, and I hope they detected it early enough, and all my best to you.
Well, cervix cancer. So obviously she wouldn't be going for treatment if there wasn't, a there might be a positive outcome. So let's just, same thing. She is already in the Feathers Healing group and stuff, but yes, we can send her healing and positive energy as well for that. But yes, everybody go for your pap smears. You I guess every year, and men, get your prostate exam, because you can't be too safe. Like, it's better to be safe than sorry. So
and my big thing is, I knew something was wrong and I ignored it, because with COVID and everything this last year, the last place I wanted to go was a doctor's office.
Unless it was something serious. I totally understand.
So,
and I don't want.
Yeah, don't put things off either. If you know your body the best, and if you figure there's something not right, get it looked at. Right? We all have free health care here. Get it looked at.
Yes, in Canada and in the UK we do, so we should take advantage of that. I definitely need to go for a squish. And although I do home exams.
Oh, a squish. I thought that was another word for, like, you had to get off the live because you need to go take a poop or something.
No, I'm talking about breast exams, but I do feel myself regularly, right? 2 fingers, feeling around, knowing your own breasts, knowing how they feel, so that if you get a lump, you'll know that that's not how it felt before. So it's really important to, to do that, to know your body, to know if things change. I have a spot here that, because I used to tan a lot in tanning salons, I have a spot. somewhere right here, and I watch it because it could just be a freckle, but it also could be become cancerous, or like, so I watch to see if it changes shape, if it becomes bigger or anything else. So we really have to know our bodies and take care of our bodies, because they are, without your health you have nothing. And I'm hoping you get your surgery soon and everything goes great for you. And I have been sending Kathy positive healing energy as well. And Kathy, did she say she's starting her treatment tomorrow?
I think so.
Yeah, tomorrow. So good luck with everything with the treatment, and I hope that the treatment doesn't make you feel too shitty as well, and that it does everything it needs to do. So I think one thing we took away from this this podcast, it's not a podcast, this video, whatever it is, rambling hour, is not only fitness and stuff, but it has to do with your full healthy well-being. The way we look, right? It makes us feel good. What we put into our bodies matters, and going to the doctors and taking care of ourselves. And yes, like you said, Mel, don't put it off. And if you feel like something's wrong, it's better to be safe than sorry. I know that a lot of us are putting things off right now because of the COVID, because I know that, yeah, especially with free healthcare, I didn't have a problem. I wasn't a hypochondriac, but I didn't have a problem going and waiting at the doctors and being like, hey, this has really been bothering me. What's going on with it? And it might only take 5 minutes, and it might not be anything to worry about, but at least you have that, instead of it being something that you should have worried about and you went later than you should have. I'm just rambling now.
A little funny. So when I finally did go to the doctor and I was telling him everything, they always tell you, no matter how small of a detail, like, tell them everything. So now this is gonna be funny, but the gas in my body sounds different.
Like, do you mean when you fart it sounds different, or the gurgles?
Not when I fart, but let's say when the gas is passing down my abdomen, or when you are gonna fart.
Like the gurgles?
It sounds like almost like air bubbles.
Okay.
And then I might release it or I might not. So, and my doctor just laughed at me. So.
But it's exactly
something different. It is a different sound. Like, it's never been like that, and now it's like that a lot of the times. If you can think of just air bubble trying to pass by a mass, maybe, like.
Yeah. Well, no,
I don't know.
That is important, and I know lots of people find this stuff disgusting and gross and everything else, but it's not disgusting and gross if you're in a hospital bed and you're gonna die, or your life is forever changed because of health reasons, because you didn't want to talk about something that you found gross.
Yeah.
So I always look at my stool after I go to the bathroom to make sure it's what it's supposed to be. And even, it might sound gross, but the other day, Steve, because I pee a lot, like often, I pee often, but I don't pee a large amount. So, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. So I don't always flush the toilet when I pee, because sometimes I use more toilet paper than urine. Like, there's just nothing there. It feels like I have to pee and I need to get it out so I'm comfortable, but it wasn't enough it's just a waste of water and everything else to flush it. Anyways, my point is, after I went to the bathroom, I don't even think it was morning, because that would make sense if it was morning, but Steve said that he went after me and it smelled. So he said it was really strong. I need to drink more water or whatever. But yeah, definitely pay attention to your body, pay attention to what comes out of your body. And if anything changes, just at least make a note of it, write it on the calendar, just write something.
I monitor my urine all the time.
Yeah.
Because that's the indicator whether you're hydrated, right? It should be clear or a very, very pale yellow. If it's a dark yellow, I know that my sodium intake has been too high and I need to drink more water to try to clear that out, right?
And your stool obviously is important as well, because you don't want it too soft and you don't want it too hard. As the doctor told me when we had kids, and I know this will sound disgusting, but at least you know what it's supposed to be. The consistency is supposed to be bread spreadable.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, it sounds disgusting, but at least you have in your mind, you know what is too hard and what is too soft and what is healthy. And you know what is healthy for you. So, and Kathy said every detail is important. It is. And then if we go into the mindfulness, I know we're over an hour, but I'll just tell you this for all the spiritual people out there and people who want to try it. Lie down, relax yourself, and then just visualize yourself going through your body.
Yeah.
Like pretend you're a little tiny thing and you're going through from head to toe. Look at your brain inside, go down, look at your throat, and look inside your body, and you'll be surprised if something. We did this technique at one of the workshops with Steve and Jackie, and I had never done this before, and I tried doing it on my partner, and then they did it for me. And as I went through their whole body, I got to their big toe, or one of their toes. It might have been their little toe, but I just saw a really purple toe, and then there was one more thing, something in their leg, or something. Like there was just two things that I saw, and both things were accurate. And he had something wrong with his toe. I can't remember. And I just, I do believe in all this stuff, but when you get that kind of stuff, it's just interesting that, it's just bizarre that you can do that. So try doing that on yourself too. And then you might be drawn to something that's different. You might do it for once a week and everything's good. And then on like week number 5, something's wrong with your shoulder. And then the next day you find that you pulled a muscle in your shoulder. Like it was, when there's a muscle that's just almost ready to go. And then you reach for a Kleenex and yeah. So just get to know your body inside and out and take care of yourself and drink more water. I'm really trying. And cucumber does have flavor. And it tastes really good in water. I love
cucumber water. Cucumber lemon water is awesome.
I know. I agree. So
you can also throw some ginger in it.
Yes, I have ginger. I have mint. So you can do all those things. So take care of yourself, you guys. If you have any tips or things that you want to tell us about, tell me in a comment or send me a message and we can talk about them next week. And love yourself. Take care of yourself. Go and get a pap smear if you're a woman and a
prostate
exam and just for men who are watching, get your boobs squished. And for men, they don't have to go up the anus anymore with the finger. There is a blood test they can do now for prostate cancer, so go and get your stuff done. And don't use COVID as an excuse, because there's some things that can't be postponed. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for joining us again, Melody. I missed you, and I missed you being my guest as well.
Oh, one quick thing. A lot of doctors are doing conference, so you don't even have to go in. You can hear anyways. You can ask for a phone conference or a video conference. If it's something you find that you don't need to do it in person, you can start that way first. If you have the fear of going into a doctor's office right now, you can do it over.
That's how all our appointments are. On the phone right now.
Yeah, and from there they can determine, whether you should be seen or not.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yes. So just don't postpone something if you feel like something needs to be checked, and those things that we've talked about. All right. Love you guys, and love you, Melody.
Love you.
And we'll see everybody else next week, same time, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time and 8 p.m. British Standard Time. All right. Love you. Bye.
Bye.